Good afternoon. My name is Andrea Donovan of Andrea Donovan Senior Living Advisors. I'm a senior housing consultant and certified geriatric care manager who assists seniors, but particularly their families, with finding senior living options. Let me just give you a quick snapshot of my background. I began my career in the senior living industry 15 years ago as the Director of Admissions and Marketing for the St. Andrew Life Center in Niles, Illinois. It was a faith-based community, and it was also what's called a continuing care retirement community, meaning that it had independent living, assisted living, and a nursing home all on one campus. The beauty of that type of an organization is that if a senior enters independent and for some reason or other their health worsens, they simply can move in between the levels of care, whether it's from independent living to assisted living or independent living to a nursing home. My responsibilities for them included attracting seniors to come and visit the home and then eventually move in there. But one of my most important responsibilities was that I had to assess each senior for the appropriate level of care. And then I counseled the families when there was a need to move from one level of care to the next higher level. After I was there for a number of years, I was receiving so many telephone calls from children who were calling me out of the yellow pages, not knowing how to solve their seniors' problems, that I saw a niche for a ethical consulting business. So in 2006, I opened Andrea Donovan Senior Living Advisors, and I began by touring and evaluating close to 150 of the senior communities all around the Chicago metropolitan area. At this point in time, I've evaluated 450 senior living communities, and the research that I've completed exceeds 6,000 hours. When I did my evaluations, I looked at the cost and method of payment accepted, the level of care available, the staffing, the cleanliness. I took copies of all the apartment layouts and the room layouts, the activity schedules, the menus, and the transportation schedules, so that when a family calls me for my services, I basically find out three things: what the senior can and can't do for themselves, what the location preference happens to be, and what their financial realities are. And then based upon what I find in a face-to-face assessment of the senior and the past information that I've collected, I identify 3 senior living options that fit their big picture, and I commit everything to an Excel spreadsheet so that the family can compare each senior living community side by side. As a certified geriatric care manager, I help families navigate the sometimes complicated Medicare and Medicaid systems. I help interpret long-term care policies, and most importantly, I help people handle unforeseen circumstances. I firmly believe that now is the time to speak out on behalf of all aging Americans and their interests. At a time when we have so many legitimate fears about healthcare rationing, the breakdown of families and society, and the loss of respect for human life from cradle to grave, we can't allow ourselves the luxury of inertia in the public arena. I welcome opportunities to share my vision for advancing the culture of living among and for our nation's elders. I aim to be an ambassador for elders and a champion for the most vulnerable. A list of my presentation topics is available upon request. I'm Andrea Donovan of Andrea Donovan Senior Living Advisors.